They can get you on DJ conference calls, blogs, and email blasts. MidwestMixtapes.com. They work with several magazines, college radio campaigns, and street teams in multiple cities. In 3, 2, 1.
It's Street Anthems, bitch. Hey, come on. Music certified by the streets.
This your man DJ Will Money. Catch my mix show Street Anthems live right here on this station. I'm playing the hottest hip hop and R&B music. I'm also showing love to all the independent artists with the Indie Spotlight segment. So tune in to your favorite station right here. Let's get it.
Hey, yo.
Street Anthems live mix show.
Yeah, keep it locked.
Get live with DJ Will Money.
It's going down.
Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
We've had a really great lineup.
K100, you bastards.
Listen, man, I know that we've had a really diverse range of artists tonight. All right, but this next artist is probably going to be one of the most diverse ones that we've talked to tonight. K100 Radio. I'm your host Blizzum, and we're live right now for one of our direct line interviews. Of course, over here at K100 Radio, what we do over here is try to put you guys up on game with our platform to some independent artists. Some of these guys just starting out. Some of them are on the cusp of just being the next big name. I can say that this one that we'll get ready to bring on right now probably going to be the latter. CHEL, what's going on? What's up?
Hey, how are you? Not a whole lot right now. What are you up to?
I am chilling. I'm ready to have this conversation with you. We got CHEL on the line. Welcome to the broadcast. Thank you for taking the time out your, which is probably a busy schedule based on your grind, to come over here and rock with K100 Radio. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, so what I like to always do is I pause the music at the top of the interview. I stop it, and I let you go ahead and just introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, where you're from, real quick.
All right. My name is CHEL. I was born and raised in Springfield, Illinois, and from there I lived in St. Louis for about 8.5 years, and then I moved to Los Angeles. So right now I am based in Los Angeles.
L.A.
Oh, I guess a little bit more about me. I am a singer, a songwriter. I do plus-size modeling, some radio hosting, and social media management and brand ambassadoring. So I try to keep my foot in a lot of doors. I am big on being an activist for Black Lives Matter, for body positivity, for inclusivity, women's rights. So I try to stay busy.
Jesus Christ. Diversify your portfolio and your bonds, fam. Yeah, all right. Listen, you covered a lot there. I mean, artist, songwriter, radio personality, brand ambassador, Black Lives Matter. I could do a whole, probably another hour or two conversating with you about that alone, but I won't dive into that right now. You know what I'm saying? But I could, but I'm just gonna make sure I stay focused on the music because you've got some really great music. How long have you been doing it?
So I've been singing my whole life. My parents joke that I came out singing. I've known that it's what I wanted to do my whole life. I've been in lessons since I was 5. Professionally, I have been writing and recording and performing for the last 8.5, 9 years.
Wow. And I can tell you that, just listen, I can tell you that I've got a couple of songs loaded by you. I know we're going to make sure we focus on the new single, and we're going to make sure we highlight that. But I've got a couple other songs just in case we had the time. I can say that it all makes sense. Just looking at the videos, listening to the music, I could tell that you didn't just start singing. And that's because before we even play the music, no, seriously, it's like I can tell people who can sing and who's been trained, who has control of their voice, who has control of their breathing. I can hear that. I'm also an engineer myself. You don't know, besides me doing radio, I do a lot of stuff myself too. So I'm a producer and an engineer myself too, right? So the music that you're making, the songs, I'm listening to the songs. They're well crafted. Are you writing everything like this Nasty Woman and some of the other records? Amen. I got a couple of songs by you. A lot of them.
Am.
You writing all that stuff too?
Yeah, writing is one of my favorite parts. So I write most of my songs, and sometimes I'll have somebody come help me or bounce ideas off of them, but I write all of them.
Yeah. Just gotta give you a round of applause on that. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're gonna eat and you're gonna be successful for a long time because you're a songwriter and you're gonna be in control of your masters and your content. Hopefully, if you do have a label or anything by anybody behind you. Are you signed right now? Are you a full independent, or are you signed to a mid-major, or what's going on with your career?
I am fully independent.
Even more impressive. And that's just because
Thank you.
I've watched the videos, and some of them I'm getting ready to play right now. And I've just listened to the music. I've listened to the quality of the recordings, and it's all pretty damn impressive. And I've looked at some of the I looked at the press kit and the people who hooked this interview up. Shout out to Q. I looked at everything that he sent me, and I was like, is she signed or not? Because this broadcast is basically for indie. He's like, nah, bro, she's an indie. I was like, okay, you sure? And he's like, it's an indie, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, bet. All right, so she could be a part of the direct line interview series. All right. So you told me how long you've been doing it, and we're getting ready to play the music in a little bit. But the song the activism side, and the Nasty Woman song that we've got, I can tell that you designed and wrote that for it to be an anthem for woman empowerment, and we could talk about that, and that's interesting, and also the plus size modeling and Black Lives Matter. I just want to ask one question. Don't take offense to it, but you're white, right? You're a white woman.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, so when you said Black Lives Matter, I was like, okay, she just extra light skinned. Let me go back and look at the picture. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Because you have to ask a question like that.
It's very important to me. I think, I see it. I see the white privilege. I see the mistreatment, and I don't think it's right. I believe in equality, and I want to be an ally, and I want to help in any way that I can because I believe in equality. I think we should be fighting for this.
I like you. I like you a lot more already. I was just saying, fam. For real, honestly, if I'm being frank today on K100 Radio, if you know anything about me or this broadcast, I couldn't wait to hear that shit. Listen, and you also said that you're a radio personality. You do radio as well, which is very interesting to myself. What about that?
Yeah, so I've been taking a break for a little while, but when I moved to Los Angeles, I started radio hosting at Dash Radio, and up until about a year ago, and I've done some IG Live interviews for them over quarantine, but I was doing a show where I interviewed up and coming artists.
All right, and that's really dope. So you're actually contributing back to the game, kind of like myself, which is very, very interesting. LA, you guys came across my news feed outside of the music, just for everything that area and that state is going through with the coronavirus. Can you talk about that a little bit, about how bad it really is? Because they're telling me they're turning people away from hospitals. People can't. They're turning people away with the ambulance. They have a problem with the distributing the vaccine. It's just really hectic out in LA. They're still on lockdown. Can you just touch on that a little bit about what's life like right now in LA?
It's interesting. I can't really speak for the hospitals and the ambulances because I haven't been. Thank God I haven't been to the hospital or have needed to take an ambulance. But I can tell you that they're not accepting anyone to get tested unless you are full-fledged have full-fledged symptoms, because they just are at capacity and they don't have enough tests. So they're saying the only way to get tested is if you really have full-fledged symptoms. They're saying that 1 in every 5 people has COVID out here, and more and more of my friends are telling me they've tested positive. I know that most things are shut down, but you can still, you can't go eat at a restaurant, but you can still go to the grocery store, and I don't feel like it's too different from a lot of places right now in that regard, but I do know that it's a little scary out here.
Mm-hmm. I can personally tell you that shit is a lot different from Atlanta, because Atlanta ain't shit going on right now. We are open for business, and it is completely recklessly out of fucking control here, period. But what can we do? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say. But it's weird, because hearing you say that restaurants aren't open, but you can't go to the grocery store. I remember when we were like that this summer, but at some point, Atlanta just decided, you know what? Doesn't even really matter. We're just going to act like nothing's going on right now. And we're Club Central because we're the only city that's open all across the Southeast, and everybody's coming here. I'm pretty sure you've seen us in the news for that craziness recently, and it's just out of control. But I don't want to deviate from the music or from your career, but it's just interesting. I thought it was an interesting conversation when you said you were out there in LA. I just had to touch on that a little bit and just talk about it from somebody who's out there on the ground living through it right now. Very interesting things that's going on in the country right now. Really crazy. So let's get back into the music, though, shall we?
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Oh yeah, you know the drill.
K100, you bastards.
We talking to CHEL, all right? A woman of many talents that we've talked about. But we're gonna get into I don't know if it's the main one, but the one that we're here to talk about today is the music, all right? The singer, CHEL. All right, we're gonna get into some of these songs now. CHEL, I know that you've got the main song, which is Nasty Woman, and that's the first one that I want to go ahead and play, and we'll get to the other stuff if we have time, but I know that this is the single. I want you to talk to me about this journey and what inspired this song, why you created it. Let's talk about Nasty Woman a little bit before we play it. Go ahead.
Sure. So Nasty Woman, my grandma actually had given last Christmas, she had given me a gift. She gave me a little bit of money, and I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I wanna make a song in her honor with the money that she gave me. And so when I went to make the song, I was thinking of her, and she's really inspired me with her journey because she was in the first class of women to graduate from Wharton Business School, and she left and had 4 kids, and at 45 she went and got her law degree from Columbia. And then my grandpa passed away at 52, and she continued to, she had 4 kids. She was working as a lawyer, and she continued to march for women's rights and to end the war, and she worked for 2 different presidents, and so she really kind of inspired me to believe that I could do whatever I dreamt of as a woman, and that I should have no barriers. But she also inspired me to, keep the ball rolling, keep the fight going, because we're not there yet. And I want every woman to have the same opportunities and the same pay. And did you know that women Olympians make half of men Olympians?
I did know that. Also, yes, that's been a big thing, just like the comparison of the salaries of the WNBA and the NBA. However, that can from a business standpoint, that can be justified based on the revenue that they make. But Olympians, they're all Olympians. They're supposed to be on an even slate. Like WNBA, right. NBA makes sense, but that LeBron makes more than someone on a WNBA team. I mean, he's generating hundreds of millions of dollars by his face. That right. Makes more sense. But I didn't know about that, and that's just crazy like that. They're not even technically supposed to be like paid per se. They're supposed to be representing their nation. So why on earth would it be any different, at all, especially if you're in the same sport, whether it be basketball or whatever? I can maybe see Olympians period in different sports that get a lot of TV time, maybe getting a little bit more based on the revenue that they make from TV time, but just based on gender, it makes no sense. It's completely unfair. I agree.
Yeah, so anyways, I was thinking of her when I wrote the song. I was also thinking, I wanted to make a play off of Donald Trump had used the term nasty woman towards a number of women in politics, and not only in politics, but well-known women who I tend to think are educated and strong women. So I decided I wanted to take that derogatory term and flip it. And I thought that was a fun way to go about writing this women's empowerment anthem called Nasty Woman.
All right. And also, just real quick question. Do you hate Donald Trump? Because I hate Donald Trump.
I hate Donald Trump.
Thank you. You know what? We're going to get along just fine.
Can't go soon enough.
We're going to get along just fine, Shell. K100 Radio. This is Nasty Woman. And I know the song, the titles throws you off. But trust me, it's like she just broke it all the way down from you. But when you first look at it without that breakdown, you might think, no. Pump your brakes, fam. We're going to get a little deep on you real quick. This is K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
K100, you bastards!
Told me to sit down and be quiet. Told me that's the way to be or ladylike. Don't try to keep me in a box. Dealt with that my whole life, now I'm speaking up. 'Cause I've been overlooked, underpaid, turned away. I wanna pay, not today, had to pay. I send a little message, it's about to get messy. Get my hands a little dirty, yeah. 'Cause I'm a nasty woman. Yeah, I'm a nasty woman. Oh, I am your mother, your sister, your wife. I am that one bitch that you told to think twice. You see, I'm in the air you breathe. You've got the table and I'm here to eat. 'Cause I've been overlooked, underpaid, turned away. I wanna pay, not today, had to pay. I send a little message, it's about to get messy. Get my hands a little dirty, yeah. 'Cause I'm a nasty woman. Yeah, I'm a nasty woman. And darling, I'm coming for you. Yeah. 'Cause I'm a nasty woman. They've taken our voices and made all our choices, but darling, I'm coming for you. Been woman against woman and made us an object, but darling, I'm coming for you. 'Cause I'm a nasty woman. Yeah, I'm a nasty woman. And darling, I'm coming for you. Yeah. 'Cause I'm a nasty woman. 'Cause I'm a nasty woman. 'Cause I'm a
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
You know the drill.
K100, you bastards!
K100 Radio. I am your host, Blizzard. Thanks, everybody, for tuning into the show. This is a direct line interview. We chopping it up with CHEL. And CHEL just dropped a really, really dope record that we just had to play. I heard the song. I saw the kit for it. I looked at the video for it. It was kind of like a lyric video, but still it was still touching. Someone over there on our Facebook Live, shout out to Soso and JC over there checking us out on our Facebook Live. Someone mentioned that Soso is a promoter here. She has a really dope show here at CHEL and ATL called Soul Food ATL. I don't know if you're ever going to be in Atlanta, but Soso is really impressed with your record. I'm pretty sure if you're ever in the city of Atlanta, she would love to have you at Soul Food ATL, and that's a really dope event that goes on here in the city. I don't know, I'm just putting it out there in the space. But listen, CHEL, first of all, round of applause.
I love that.
Yes, round of applause for that record.
Thank you.
The message, but let me just talk about, like I told you earlier, the quality of the audio. Your voice, your dynamic range, you can fucking sing, girl. All right? Like, I don't know I don't know if anybody told you that yet, but you can sing. All right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
thank you.
Period. All right? So, you got some soul. All right? And that's just a really great record with a message. Someone else on the live stream mentioned that song is definitely going to get some syncs. I'm pretty sure, I don't know, but I know that song has been synced somewhere. I know somebody's got to sync that song up. Like, it's got to be somewhere or some movie or something at some point.
You know, not yet, but that is the goal.
Don't worry, that's gonna happen. I can almost assure you of that. I can almost assure you of that. And because you're independent and because you're controlling your own music and your destiny, I will personally reach out to you for people who I know may can use that song myself. And I will reach out to you.
Thank you.
Because I know a couple of independent filmmakers that are working on stuff here in Atlanta, and I can just off top think of 2 projects that are in the works that could probably work and maybe use that. So, do you pitch your music to libraries? You got somebody pitching the music to libraries and stuff like that?
No, not really. I probably should look into that because I'm independent. It's mostly the day-to-day is everything's in my hands, and so sometimes I get bogged down with all the various things that need to be done to keep everything afloat.
Listen, that's another conversation for another day. Just trust me, you'll be okay in a little bit. Just don't worry about it. I got full confidence that this interview is going to come in handy in my archives later on in life. I think you've got a really great voice, and you're writing this stuff, so your pen game is 100. And then I want to talk real quick about the plus size modeling that you do. Tell me about that. Like, how'd you get into that?
So it's interesting. I've been doing the singing for a long time, and I had been doing some brand ambassadoring. And there's this big convention in New York City called CurvyCon, and it's a body positivity convention, and it's gotten pretty big over the last 5 years. And they invited me to come out last September to perform. And the year prior, Lizzo had been there. Ashley Graham, a bunch of really big names have been speakers or featured at the event. And so they invited me to come perform. And I went and I got asked. Good American was there as one of the sponsored people who were part of the event, and that is Khloe Kardashian's clothing line. Okay. And they saw me on the lineup, and they said, "How would you feel about doing a photo shoot with Khloe?" And I said, I would love that. So I did the photo shoot, and I also, Anthropology was one of the brands at the event, and they asked if I would walk in one of their fashion shows, and just it was a series of events. I also, while I was there, got to walk in New York Fashion Week because this company I had reached out to make a custom outfit for me for that weekend was there for Fashion Week and asked me if I'd walk in their show. So a lot of things happened in that same weekend, and shortly after I did the gig for Good American and all of those other things, I got reached out to by a modeling agency who asked if if I wanted to sign and be represented. And for me, it was very cool because, you know, I've been pushing this body positivity for a really long time. And so then to get to actually be in the industry and working as a plus size model is something I didn't plan on, but I really enjoy being a part of.
Right. Really dope. Really great story. And it's really great that you can do so many things, so talented. I don't know which one of them going to pop, but one of them is. But I'll be damned if it don't beat his music, because your voice is excellent. Next, listen, we got this other song. I got two. Okay, so here's the thing. We run up against the clock. I got two more songs by you. And they're night and day songs. So I want to let you pick which one of these that you want to present to my audience, because I've got Party of One and Amen. I want to play either one of these records. I got the video for both of them lined up. Which one do you think I should play?
Maybe Amen.
Okay, I was hoping you picked Amen. I just wanted you to choose. I didn't want to be the one to choose. Party of One is a really great pop party record. That one definitely, I feel like, could probably get you some checks. I don't know. I'll talk. Hopefully, maybe if I ever meet you, if we ever have a conversation, we got to talk about this syncing situation. You got syncable music, and it's not even a fucking like thought, like seriously. But I want to play Amen. This is a deep record. Tell me about Amen real quick, and I'm gonna run this one, and then we're gonna wrap things up. This is a really deep song as well, just like Nasty Woman. It fits the show tonight.
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell me about Amen.
So Amen is actually one of my favorite songs I've ever written. I wrote it a long time ago, actually. And, you know, I think there had just been, it was when Trump had just put a ban on Muslim travel. And I was outraged. And I thought about, you know, how we keep repeating the mistakes that we make throughout history. We keep doing the same things. We choose an ethnicity, a race, a religion to target and to you know, discriminate and we start wars and we over things that don't need to have these fights happen over. Right. And I just feel like we don't learn from our mistakes. We repeat our mistakes. And I wanted to write this song to kind of speak on those things. And I wanted the video to really represent all the ways in which we need to do better.
Exactly. Well, listen, before we go,
and mainly to say that we're all one.
All right. Listen, I don't want to cut you off, but I don't know if the switchboard is going to let me go past 10 tonight. Listen, I want to make sure that you give out all your social media information real quick and how people can find your music.
90 seconds.
Yeah, you can find me on everything at Music by CHEL. That's CHEL. I am on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon, Tidal, whatever you have. I'm on YouTube. I'm on TikTok. I'm on all the platforms. Music by CHEL. That's all you need to type in.
Yeah, Music by CHEL, CHEL. We're gonna play this song. If you're still on the
60 seconds.
If you're still on the switchboard, after this comes back, I'll come back and wrap it up with you one more time. But I just want to make sure everybody gets that. You got that in, because I want people to hear this song. It won't cut the song off, but it may cut off the actual talk switchboard. So listen, it's been a great interview, CHEL. If we don't get a chance to come back after this song, you're really talented. Keep grinding. This music is great. All right, and I'll see you out there at the top. All right.
Thank you.
Stand by though.
Thank you for having me.
If you're still on the switchboard, when I get done, I'm gonna come back to you real quick. All right.
Okay.
All right. Listen, this is K100 Radio. You guys got to check this song out too, man. This song is called Amen. This is CHEL. All right, and we'll come back to it real quick if we can wrap it up. Just give her a couple of more outro conversations. But I want to make sure we got it all in, because we're coming up against the 10 o'clock hour. I mean, excuse me, the 9 o'clock hour, and we're coming up against the slate. Listen, CHEL was really dope. Check this song out. Check this video out if you're over there on the YouTube channel, video on the Facebook page, and go find CHEL on YouTube if you're over there on this YouTube watching this right now. All right, this one is called Amen. You dig? Check this out.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
Sat on the floor of an empty church, thinking once it's abandoned, what's it worth? For the people and the memories fade away. What can we hold on to? What can we even say to one another when we all need a break? To one another we all take until there's nothing left with no humanity, and we all need a miracle to believe. Give me my chalice and I'll take a sip, and as the blood runs down I go strip, drip. Give me my altar and I'll make it quick, and as the words fall out they go drip, drip. Sick to my stomach, 'cause there was rape and destruction all around. Pools of blood took the ground. No one's safe, no one's down, and now we choose to relive it. How do we choose to relive it? Give me my chalice and I'll take a sip, and as the blood runs down I go strip, drip. Give me my altar and I'll make it quick, and as the words fall out they go drip, drip. And I'll take a sip, and as the blood runs down I go strip, drip. Give me my altar and I'll make it quick, and as the words fall out they go drip, drip. Give me my chalice and I'll take a sip, and as the blood runs down I go strip, drip. Give me my altar and I'll make it quick, and as the words fall out they go drip, drip. I pray to God.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
K100, you bastards!
All right, before we get ready to wrap it up, Shell, you still on the line? Shell, hold up. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Let me see. Pull the mic back over here. Hey, Shell. Did he cut her off? Hold on. There she is. Hey,
no, can you hear me?
I got you. My bad. Listen, I was worried that the switchboard might cut you off. Sometimes it does, but I got a couple of seconds. Listen, I got people over here telling me already. The promoter that I was telling you about, she loves this record. I got somebody over here telling me right now that sounds like the theme song to all the Suicide Squad movies. I don't know what's going on. Listen, all I can tell you is people are digging it that's listening over here on my live streams on Instagram and on Facebook Live right now. So listen, you've got a really great catalog of music. Of course, that Party of One is also another song. I wish I had time to play it. I'm gonna throw Nasty Woman into our rotation over here at K100 Radio. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you that right now, so that'll to give you some spins.
Thank you.
Listen, you've got a really great bright future in front of you. I don't know which one of your grinds is gonna land you to that check, but it's coming. Just be patient. That's all I can tell you.
I appreciate it.
That's all I can tell you. So one more time, give out again all of your social media information, and we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up, and how people can locate your music. I'm pretty sure it's already out everywhere. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can find me everywhere. My handle is Music by CHEL, CHEL. If you type in Nasty Woman CHEL on anything, it'll pop up. I have a lot of music out, and I'm really excited about 2021. I'm going to put a lot more music out. But yeah, you can find me on everything, Music by CHEL, CHEL. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for doing what you do. We definitely over here on the other side appreciate your work as an activist on our behalf. Salute to you on that. Based on this complete shit show that we had in our country yesterday, we need more allies like you. So I appreciate that. That's dope. I was looking at some of the images in the Ah Man video. Just some of the stuff that was going on visually on the background. It just seems like you got a really great heart for humanity. So I wish you nothing but the best. All right.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right, K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
I appreciate everybody rocking with us. Thank you very much.
K100, you bastards.
If you missed any parts of these direct line interviews, please make sure you go over there to our podcast over there on Spotify. You'll be able to catch them. They'll be on Spotify in a couple of days, YouTube in a couple of days. Shout out to all the artists. In our first hour, we had Alpha, then we had Kinona, then we had Jada Ali, then we had CHEL for this particular direct line interview block. And we normally stack them up right by each other. So, hey, if you're over there on any one of the podcasts or the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button first and foremost. All right, please share with your friends, put people up on game. And if you like any of these artists' music, check them out, man. Like, we had some really great artists tonight for these interviews. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, beyond K1's Radio, if you heard something that you really like, it don't cost you nothing to subscribe to a YouTube channel, to share a video, tell somebody about it, all right? If you're in the industry, connect with them, try to put them on, you dig? I really appreciate everybody that's watching this. Nazar, I can't say that. Nazarinix. All right. Oh, shout out to you. Thank you for watching, man, and being a part of the live stream and giving some feedback on the music, man. Appreciate you, fam. That's what's up over there on Instagram Live. I'm saying that name wrong as hell. I'm sorry. But and shout out to JC and Soso over there on the feedback on the Facebook Live feed. It's really tough to get independent people to come over here and just sit down for 2 hours worth of interviews with independent artists, people they don't even know like that. They ain't got no independent music. It's like, I don't know what it is. They're not famous yet. Who the fuck cares? E-Rock Young and everybody. Nazarene X, my bad. Nazarene X. Got you. All right. So listen, shout out to everybody who take the time out to show these independent artists some love. I've had a couple of artists tonight that I feel like they could take it to the next level. And then at that point, you know what I'm saying? That's when the dick riding begins. You feel what I'm saying? That's when everybody wants to be their friend and wants to do stuff for them for free and wants to support. But this is the ground level. That's what I built this platform for, and that's where we gonna stay, you dig? Shout out to everybody who tuned in. We had really great interviews tonight, and everything was dope. Subscribe to that YouTube channel if you missed the replay. Follow that podcast if you missed it on the audio side, and we appreciate it, man. This is K100 Radio. I'm out.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Yeah.
K100, you bastards.
What's good? This is Kelvin Cannon, publisher of Making a Magazine. Here to let all my independent